So off the back of our videos, I get asked lots of questions about Range Rovers. The main question I get asked is, what advice can you give me when looking to buy one? Well, the main bit of advice I can give you is, don't look for the cheapest one. If you stumble across something that appears to be too good to be true, it's because it probably is. Remember, these cars might be cheap to buy, but they are not cheap to fix when they go wrong. Another thing I get asked is, what should I look out for when shopping for a Range Rover? Well, the main thing is, do due diligence. Make sure if you're buying it from a private individual, you do as many checks as possible. Check the history of the car, make sure there's been no accidents, it's not reported stolen, there's no finance on it. Really important is to make sure the car's got a good service history, because these cars like to be maintained. It's really, really important. They have a history of diluting their oil, and if they've missed services, contaminated oil, bad oils, really not good for the engine. Another thing I got asked is, where should I buy one from? Good question. You can take a punt and buy one privately, surely, but make sure you do as many of those checks as you physically can. And I would absolutely make sure that you can attach a good warranty to that car, and it would be the first thing that I would do. Because remember, if you buy privately, you've got absolutely no comeback when you drive that car away. And if you're buying from a garage, make sure you choose a good garage. Make sure you do due diligence, check their reviews, have a conversation with them, have an open, honest conversation with them. You need to understand their prep process. You need to understand, it's nice to know where the car came from, but not essential to a point. And you need to understand exactly what aftercare services that they offer, because that's going to be the main thing. Because look, Range Rovers, there's no secret, they can and do go wrong. And if they go wrong, you're going to need some help. The big question, are Range Rovers unreliable? Sometimes, definitely. I think the main problem is when these cars go wrong, they go wrong in an expensive way because they are premium cars. Unfortunately, most people that embark on a journey into buying a Range Rover pick them up because they're affordable now. But what they don't understand is how much they actually cost to run. They want premium parts, premium oils. Things are expensive, they're complicated cars. So you have to budget for unforeseen maintenance and repairs. And the final best bit of advice I can give is, if you're on a budget, do not buy one. Just don't buy the car. You cannot run these cars on a shoestring. If you buy a cheap one, you're going to buy problems. If you try and run it on a really tight budget, you're going to encounter problems. These cars, once upon a time, were 60, 70, 80,000 pounds. That means repair bills, parts costs are still associated with that sort of premium. They're not going to like cheap parts being thrown on it. They do not like to be neglected. You must keep on top of running these cars, which means you've got to have the budget to do it. If you haven't, don't buy one. You'll come unstuck really, really quickly. For more information on how to buy the right Range Rover, on how to maintain your Range Rover, or how to mitigate any potential problems, the best thing you can do is check out the channel. We've got a host of video on Range Rovers, a host of videos on Range Rovers, covering all bases. Pop on over to the channel. Don't forget to like the video.